Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the internet, and today we're going to be playing some Minecraft, and Minecraft Let's Play episode number 56, or something like that. In front of you, you will see a time-lapse of me making a virtual boy, and what the virtual boy looks like, because I made a Let's Play with the virtual boy, but it didn't turn out as well as I wanted to, and it was an hour and 20 minutes of footage to edit, and I didn't want to do that for such a bad video, so, yeah. But you know, I didn't want the footage to go to waste, so there you go. Anyways, today, you can see behind me, I have my museum. The museum, if you didn't know, is something that I mainly work on, you know, off camera, you know. It's just kind of a pain, especially with the Elder Guardian and stuff. I can prove to you that it is survival. I found a quick way to show this. If you do /kill, as you can see, cheats aren't enabled, telling you that cheats aren't on, and that this is a survival legitimate world, I guess. But yeah, I have done some stuff off camera, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. You probably saw it in the thumbnail, but we are going to be making just some random stuff in my museum, you know. Recently I've been trying to get every block, but I don't know, that's more something I want to do off camera or on stream, which I'm willing to bet I'm definitely going to do on stream at some point. But right now, you know, I just want to do some random stuff. And you may say, well, if you have every block, what's the point of making a museum? And to that, I say, it's just fun to, like, actually demonstrate stuff and show, like, yeah, you know, this is how this would normally be used. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good thing. Also with items and stuff, you know, that has to be separate as not a block. Although if I have every single item, then I have every single item frame, and then in turn I have every single item or block at the same time. It's kind of weird, you know? Like, it's an item frame with pig step in it, different than just a normal item frame. You know, I'm not so sure, but you get the point. It's more of what you think it is, but that's not what we're here to do today. What we're here to do today is, well, you're gonna see it soon. So we just gotta use our Riptide Trident here. But there's one thing I have a lot of in this world. Well, not too much, actually. Actually, very little. This is basically all of it. But I do have a good amount of calcite and, what do you call this stuff? Just amethyst blocks. And I'm gonna use it to make, well, a geode. And, you know, you may be wondering how I'm gonna displace my museum. Am I gonna act like it's partially in a wall? Am I gonna just show, like, the blocks just kind of in a better looking thing? Am I gonna make it into some big crystal? Well, I'm not gonna make it into a big crystal just because I personally think that, you know, I want it to look like how it would in nature, I guess you could say. You know, I gotta go to bed. No, I'm not gonna do any of those things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, I'm gonna put it up in the air. You probably saw it in the thumbnail, actually, so it doesn't really matter. But if it isn't in the thumbnail, yes, I want to put it up in the air, hoist it up in a nice room, and just for everybody to see, you know? Like, fossils, you know, dinosaur fossils. They usually hang them up, you know, make them look lively. I thought I'd do that with a geode, just to look like I captured it. I don't know, I just thought that would look cool. But one thing that they do have is, what block is outside of a amethyst geode? Smooth basalt. And you may ask, where do you get this smooth basalt? Well, I'll tell you. Literally just amethyst geodes, just like everything else. So, in order to get to my geodes, this is an old world, so I don't have any at my spawn, but I do have geodes further away, and for that, we'll have to go through my nether highway to get there. As you can see, I found this pathway here, and this path leads to, you guessed it, or maybe you didn't, I don't know, this is an internet video, how would you know? It goes to an amethyst geode, yay! It actually goes to a few, but those aren't marked by this path, so, yeah. We have reached the amethyst geode. One thing I'd like to mention, someone told me this, you can actually just cook standard basalt to get the smooth basalt, and I definitely knew that beforehand. I mean, I did, I just forgot it. Yeah. But, you know, I just thought it'd be nice to get it from an authentic geode. I'm gonna need quite a bit of this stuff, so I might actually have to smelt some of it, because I want this geode to be full scale, which, actually, now that I think about it, it probably shouldn't be full scale, just, you know, thinking about the fact that this has to hang up in a museum ceiling, so, You know what? It's gonna be a miniature scale one, for museum reasons. The water keeps flowing in. You know what? A much smarter strategy would probably just be to mine the bottom basalt as opposed to the roof's basalt, considering the fact that, you know, you don't want water to flow in. It's much simpler to just mine on the bottom. And, oh, look, this drowned here thinks he can kill me? Is that what he's... What? Oh, okay, he's kind of clipped through the block there. Oh, no, he has a fishing rod there. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. But, you know, good luck, Mr. Drowned, on whatever your goal is. It almost looks like I made a really good circular hole here. But, you know, my goal is to put a lot more of this stuff on YouTube, because that, you know, was kind of what I was doing with this series when I created it. I'm really bad at making these into videos, especially with the editing they require. But, you know, I'm trying to be better about it. So, you know, a lot of the bigger projects are definitely going to be started and made, you know, on camera. Although, a few of them already have been started and made and finished off camera. But, you know, cut me some slack. Well, anyways, we have a good amount of smooth basalt, you know. I'm only going to put a little bit around it because I also want to show the nice calcite and all that fun stuff. Like, calcite, you know, at first, you know, it looks kind of ugly, like almost like a diorite there, just to show the comparison. But, you know, when you look at it, it really is actually kind of a nice block, especially when paired with other blocks. And I'm no builder, but, you know, that's just my opinion. And on the internet, it's really hard to change someone's opinion, so... yeah, let's fly out of here. Because it, like, makes the water flow, it's really cool. You can just fly out like that. But then you just gotta, you know, get out. I guess this isn't really old-fashioned. You know what? 1.13 was a long time ago. That is kind of old-fashioned at this point to use riptide in water. Except very few people do it. And now we're on our way home. But I guess isn't this entire world my home? Because I don't really have a defined base in this world. It's more like just a bunch of little houses that have stuff in them. But even then, you don't really need a house. Like, all you need is a bed and a crafting table. So, you know, the entire world's my house. And, so, you know, the next time you brag about your base being really big, just know, if, the wise words of Mr. IBX Toycat, if you punch a hole in your wall, the entire world is your house. Until you get to other people's land. But in Minecraft, the entire world, unless you're on a server, actually. You know what? Be quiet. And so, with all these fun blocks in our inventory to recreate an amethyst geode here, you know, you need something to encase it in, you know. I'm not going to actually encase it, but, you know, it has to go in a building because it's a museum. So, you know, we're going to use my favorite block in Minecraft, glass. Okay, there's not as much glass in here as I thought there'd be. There's some more coming in. So yeah, we're going to use glass as the roof to, you know, light it up all nice and neatly. And from there, we're going to make the walls out of bricks. Because I just think that matches the more naturey feel, I guess. You know, it's like clay, but, you know, bricks aren't actually that natural, but they don't feel natural. You know, in Minecraft, they feel semi-natural, and that's all that matters. Okay, I just realized I don't have as much bricks as I thought I'd have, so I think I'm gonna have to settle for a different block, like terracotta, or maybe just use more glass. I don't know, you know, we'll figure that out afterwards. That's a problem for future me, and for future me to solve, even if that future me isn't too far in the future. But, you know, that just means I'll get it done quicker. So, if you fly over here, you will see that I've added a new wing onto the museum. It extends out further. And, yeah, a creeper actually blew up in here after me making it. But, you know, there used to be, actually, I can repair this a bit since I have some calcite on me. Just gotta put that there. Oh, nice and good. I'm making a powdered snow exhibit, as you can see. On the powdered snow, you fall through. I'm also gonna have a little portion where you can freeze in it, you know, for demonstrative purposes, I guess. And, you know, it's just a nice little wing. I have some, you know, white stained glass here to match the snowy portion, and I'm gonna have a little secret tunnel under it, which isn't too secret now, but that's not really the point, actually, now that I think about it. Okay, I think I've thought of a good place to put this, because, you know, having a hill, having some glass poke out of the roof, you know, that would be kind of ugly and just be weird looking. I don't know, maybe it wouldn't be ugly, but, I mean, looking from bottom down at a geode probably wouldn't be the best, especially if you're just looking at, you know, smooth basalt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this pathway here out into this hill, and my goal is to just have the hill just kind of like, you know, so basically, here, I'll show you. You dig into the hill, you know, all nice and nicely, and then you go far enough in to go in between these trees, and then if I have the glass, like, just like in here, you know, poking out, like, behind these trees, I'm gonna have to chop down some of these trees, but, like, it'll be hidden in the trees. It'll be like, you know, you go into the museum and you find this place, but you're like, wait, where is this, like, in relation with the world above the ground, you know? I think that'll be pretty cool, so that's what we're gonna do. Oh, no, right here. Wait a minute, where did this even start? Yeah, I'm gonna have to mine out all of this hill. Actually, I just realized it's not that much of the hill. It's literally just that. But still, I'm gonna have to mine this whole thing. So that's gonna be a bit of a pain, but you know, I have it all marked out now, so it's gonna be a lot easier to mine this whole thing out now that I know, like, I have, like, a chunk of land that I can take out now. Oh, I got to the last wall, and my pickaxe looks like it's just about to give out. Now, I know there's, like, maybe 200 more uses on this, but I don't want to take any chances and have this thing break and have to go make a new one. So, we're gonna go to one of my new things I made off camera, but I do have to say, this is actually probably the simplest Enderman farm you can make, and also one that's not too bad. It probably took me like half an hour to make and maybe 20 minutes to get the resources together, but you know, this is a pretty, I guess, yeah, advanced, you know, end game world here, but I'll show you my ender. Also, one really cool thing I made is, this, boat dispenser thingy. You just have a bunch of boats in it, and then so you know, you go to, oh dang it, that happens sometimes. You go to your end, so you know, you go this way, but obviously if you go through the portal, you have to bring the boat back. So how does one bring the boat back? Well, you just go down here, and if you have enough boats, you'll eventually load the chunks to move all the boats back. So you know, you gotta have something automatically bring the boat back. So you just do that. Oh, the minecart hasn't come back yet, but the minecart will come back after a few times of you going through here. Then, as you can see, it's a nice runway down. It does hurt you, so I might have to modify it a bit, but you get the point. Put some slime blocks in there, maybe. And then, you know, so you go in there, and then after a few times of going to the end, the dispenser will be fully refilled. I had a dispenser thinking that it would actually dispense out the boat like it used to, and does in Java edition currently, but apparently it doesn't, which is pretty sad. So I just have it there just for when it will, you know. Though a chest would make more sense now if you were to do this. I experimented with a couple things like hoppers and stuff until I realized you could just use a minecart. So that's what I did. But yeah, here's the ender. Basically, you saw up there is just a platform, and then there's an endermite, and since endermen hate endermites, they run to the endermite, and then they fall off because of they think that the trapdoor is a full block, so they fall down, and then they fall 43 blocks, which takes out every heart except for one, so you can punch them. You get their XP, their stuff goes into there. That's how I get my ender pearls, and ender pearls are very handy, especially if you have a lot of them, and you might as well use them. So yeah, this is how I repair my tools the vast majority of the time, at least when I'm not using disposable pickaxes from villagers. So yeah, I will see you when I'm back at the mined portion thing. I have been thinking about what I want the room to look like, so, you know, I thought, what if I, like, put different ores in the corners? I'll show you in a second. I actually did do that for part of my museum, so I might not do that. But, like, not necessarily ores, just more like, cave blocks in general, you know, blocks that you'd find underground, that aren't necessarily, like, minerals and all that, but are more so, like, you know, just blocks, like stone, but not stone, because I wouldn't look the best. But you kind of get the point. But yeah, here we are. We are all done. Everything is mined out, so that's the mining portion done. Okay, so this is like my 4th hour of recording here, and yeah, I haven't accomplished the most. I don't know why this is taking so long, but as you can see, I've mined it out, you know, to its correct depth, and I have the geode, but then I realized you need to have the calcite in it, so you know, I'm just gonna do a 3rd recording another day. This is definitely taking the longest of any Let's Play, but I think it'll be a nice, complete room by the end of this. Okay, I finished the room, finally. This room, I'm ashamed to say it took me many hours, probably like 4 hours total, probably some more just to get the resources, especially when it came to the red brick there. I'll show you in a second, the red nether brick or whatever it's called. But yeah, so let's go check it out. As you can see, the powdered snow thing still isn't completed. I need to replace all the stuff that blew up from that darn creeper. But anyways, the path is an amethyst geode block with some warped nilium, like the grass stuff on the sides. I think that looks pretty good. I'm definitely going to change the siding. And actually, this here, like, for part of it, actually would go into the surface. So I'm not sure if I actually want to add a roof. It doesn't go the whole way, though. It only goes for a bit. So I probably will just add the roof there, but it will show a bit more. But not everywhere, and I still think you won't see it like on here because there's like a hill there. So I think it'll still be hidden, which obviously is what I wanted to do. But anyways, this is what the room looks like. As you can see, we have glowstone everywhere, and it's like hanging up by chains, the geode. So yeah, I use glowstone to light it. I'll probably switch it to pumpkins later. I just gotta get some more pumpkins to make into jack-o'-lanterns, but inside of the geode we have just like we have a magenta stained glass here with a light on the bottom. Sad thing is, in Minecraft there's only one color tone of light, so you can't make like purple colors and whatever. I guess that'd be more of a job for ray tracing at that point. But yeah, so that's a fun thing. The geode, you know, wasn't too bad to design. And then from there, I just had to dig out this whole thing. I thought this was too much, but no, it was just barely enough to actually keep it off the ground, which is not the best. I think maybe I'll add some quartz stairs going up to it or something. I'm not sure, but this is fine for now. And yeah, that's literally all this room is. It feels very empty, but you know, it's gonna be an empty room either way. I don't know what else you can really add to show that there's a geode. Maybe I'll add some glowberries hanging down or something, because these bricks are just really sad, especially compared to the what are they called, the red nether brick. Like, this is what nether brick should be. This is what it is, you know. And it's so expensive too. For one nether brick you need 2 bricks, I forget what they're called, with like the nether rack bricks, I think that's what they're called, and then 2 nether warts just to make 1. For these, it's 4 bricks. And so I guess if you have a really good nether wart farm, that's good. But even with my really good one, I have a sky height one, it still took me forever. But yeah, so I have the geode, the red nether brick, and then the standard nether brick, and then the glass on the top, of course, and then the bottom is that. I use 4 different blocks here, just because I try using different blocks when possible. I actually think this turned out well. I mean, you got some gray, you got some purple, some red, and then some like darker red, more, I guess, a crimson, and then a not so crimson. I think the crimson leaves from the nether, whatever those are called, the crimson fungi leaves, I think would look kind of the same, but I wanted to keep the, you know, it all bricks. But yeah, so that's what I've done. Currently I just have scaffolding down. I can't really think of anything that would look better. I don't really want to do any stairs, so we're just using scaffolding for now. But it's completed. If you see us in the future and there's a few changes, that's probably because it's, you know, it's not 100% great right now. But yeah, I can't really think of anything else to add for an exhibit. I'll probably have some signs or maybe a lectern in here talking about what a geode is and whatever. And then maybe I'll have some coordinates to an actual one, so you can get the spawner blocks just to have in the museum, but they're not quite in the museum, it just says where they are. You know, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, that is what this is. Yeah. Anyways, on to the second part of this Let's Play. So, I'll show you the next thing we're going to be working on in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so right here we have, you can just see it's just concrete powder, white concrete powder to be exact, just kind of sitting around in this swamp biome right next to a mountain. Hopefully I'll never have to dig into that to make this. But as you can see, it's just a rectangle, almost a square, but this is going to be more rectangular in design. What I want to make is a very fun redstone project. So, as you know, in this world, I haven't done too much redstone. I've done my fair share of, redstone doors every so often and all that fun stuff. But I haven't really done anything with a lot of redstone. I can't do complex redstone. I'm not great at that. I'm actually really bad at that. But I do know my way around all the basic mechanics to redstone. And so I think I can make something big. Not complicated. Well, I guess complicated, but only in that there's a lot going on. It's kind of like my gaming setup, It's complicated in that there's a lot there, but it's not complicated in that it's just a bunch of switchers and a capture card and maybe some TVs and monitors, But yeah, so I chopped down some trees recently, and so my goal is, if you've watched a SMP called Hermitcraft in season 6, I'm pretty sure, some of the hermits made a thing called Sahara. And Sahara was basically Amazon in Minecraft, and they just barely finished it by the end of the season, because it doesn't PS seasons. It was a miracle they finished it, but it did work, technically. And so basically you could press what you wanted. So say you had a chest here, you'd have all these buttons. I'm not 100% sure how it worked, this was a long time ago, but you'd have all those buttons, and then you'd press what you wanted, and it would go into that chest. And that's kind of my goal here. I'm not sure exactly what I want to make the outside out of, but I think we'll do that last. I just thought the foundation would be nice as, a nice bright concrete, like a new building with new concrete that isn't gray. It's just kind of, it's just kind of white, So yeah, this is the foundation of it, and I'm going to show you how I want to make it work. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take a chest. So I'll just take some wood out of here, a double chest worth of wood. And let's find the middle of this here side. Okay, I have found the middle, so now we just use our crafting table here, place it there, and we can get a double chest. So we have a double chest here, as you can see, all nice and fun. And I should probably get rid of this tree. Okay, the tree's chopped down, and actually we should probably make a platform here for us to stand on. Okay, for the platform, I wonder, should it be down here, or should it be up here? I feel like having the chest, this high up would make the buttons a bit too high, but I think it would make more sense to take it from here. So I think for now, we'll make the platform, one below the chest. Okay, now the platform is done. I don't think it should be as big as a thing, because it's more like you're going up to a building, But I think this is nice. Maybe the buttons will actually be on the floor, but no, I think that would be weird. So they're going to be on the wall, but if it does get too high, maybe I will put them on the floor. I think that would be a pretty cool idea. It would just be kind of hard to actually get working, if they're all in a row. How would you get them below it? But I guess you could just use pistons with redstone blocks for that. So yeah, we have everything all marked out. So basically, imagine this. You have a button on the floor, you press it, say you want grass. So you press it, and then it should give you 64 grass. So there'll be chests all in here of all the most common blocks in Minecraft. So I don't have to get too many rare ones to put in the chests. And then it uses a repeater thingy to unlock the hopper so that it would go into this chest here, a stack of it, it would unlock it for enough time for a stack of blocks to go into the chest, and then it stops. And then you can do that for every single block, and that's literally it. So say you want, I don't know, it makes sense. It's very self-explanatory. You literally just have grass, you get grass. You want leaves, you get leaves. You want dirt, you get dirt. You want oak logs, get oak logs, so on and so forth. You got your stone, and then so you just press the button to get that item, and then it'll send a signal to the system and give you a stack of that and put it in the chest, or however big a stack is, like ender pearls. The ender pearls are definitely going to be a big thing here. And unlike Savannah, this isn't an or Sahara, this isn't an SMP, so it doesn't have to be a store and have all that extra redstone going into it. It literally just has to store all of it. And now, don't expect me to use this ever in the future, because I'm never actually gonna like store my stuff here. It's more to just have a bunch of common blocks in here, just to have, to be like, yeah. Also, maybe I'll use it every so often, but, you know, not really for any real use. And also, yeah, this is all going to become normal concrete eventually. It's just that some of it turned into normal concrete from the water. But yeah, it'll all be normal concrete when this is all done. So, yeah, I guess I should start with just making one item dispenser system, just to show the basis of it. So yeah, we're going to have dropper lines going into the center, and then that central thing will go right into the chest, and then obviously the buttons are going to be what unlocks it. Hopefully I explained it to you. If it didn't, then hopefully me actually making it will explain it to you better. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take these hoppers here, and we're just going to have a line out, whereas I don't know if I'll make it too wide, because it won't matter, you know, if there's one block going in anyways. It won't make it go in any faster than your standard speed of hoppers. Also, ooh, this is a fun cave right here. But, yeah, so we're just going to have them running the length of the box, and from there, just all the dispensers will lead into it. So this won't be complicated, really, at all. And I think it'll just be a fun little project, you know? Because that's kind of the goal of it. So, it pretty much runs the length of it. It's not like we're going to do everything now, so that's basically all the hoppers we'll need. And so now, I guess we're going to have to get some chests out and then figure out where they're going to go. Now that I think about it, I could actually probably just use a few dispensers and then have them dispense their items onto like packed ice or blue ice or something, and have that just slide onto here. That would make it even simpler. Then the only thing I'd really need would be to have, like on maybe the hoppers or something in the system, to have a comparator going out to have it activated for as long as the items are going through, so that obviously it doesn't stop. So really the only complicated part of this is going to be the comparators to activate it, and the system to only let out a stack of blocks. So yeah, we're gonna have to get the resources. That's always a fun thing to have to do, to gather all the junk you need to put together whatever you're making. Okay, so now we just gotta land on the chest, like so, and fill it with ender pearls. That's gonna be the first thing that we're gonna be having here, because I have an ender, and ender pearls are very easy to get at the moment. Okay, so currently it seems to spit out 8 ender pearls, and in order to make this work better, I'm gonna have to extend this redstone thing. But as you can see, that's generally how it's going to work. So all these repeaters will have to be extended just a bit, you know, to make it so that it can have the full 16, and then it's gonna have to be even longer to have 64. I'm gonna see if I can find a better design out there, though, one that doesn't require all these pistons. It just kind of baffles me as to how that would even be possible, but I know it's like the most simple thing in redstone, or at least a very simple thing in redstoningness, so I really should probably learn it. Even if I don't ever use it, and it's just mainly for stuff like this where I don't have to do it, but you get the point. I think that'll be the end of this Let's Play. I think I'll actually design this in a separate creative world. I think that'll be a much better way of doing things, so that's probably what I'll do. But for now, I'm Xansystem3, and this has been a Let's Play on the internet. In fact, Minecraft Let's Play, episode number 57, 58, 56, I don't know. And we made a amethyst geode section to our museum. We made this weird contraption, or at least started it. And that's kind of it, but it did take a long time, and I think next Let's Play, when we work on this amazing redstone dispenser Amazon thingamajig, I think it'll be pretty fun. I could probably even finish it, really, if I just get the circuit done. I just have to rinse and repeat, you know, and as long as it isn't like ender pearls, all the designs can be the same for a stack of the block, or whatever you're getting. And so yeah, that'll be pretty exciting, because I think this thing will be really cool once it's completed, you know? You just press the buttons over there, and it all goes into the chest. So yeah, with that, I'm System 3. This has been a Minecraft Let's Play on the internet, and goodbye.